So since you can't actually gain money, what happens if you're in the red all the time?
You need to not be. Sell some, abandon some planets. Go look at your planet screen and
Yeah,
see
but
if
what
you have
happens? What happens if you are in the red though?
perpetually at the, even if you stay in the red at the start of a turn, like you're instantly
Yeah.
in the red right away. I
Yep.
don't know. It hasn't happened. I just generally think that that's a bad idea and have avoided it. Um,
Yeah. No,
I
I
haven't
think it's a
read or
bad idea
heard
actually.
anything. I have not read or heard anything about what the actual consequences thereof are. Being negative, it looks like you have a. I remember that I've been negative at some point, and I get a penalty. There's a percentage penalty. Oh, well, you start losing population. That's right. Population goes down, which makes it harder to earn money because your money is based off of population that you have. So
Okay.
it's just a downward spiral. So you need to abandon planets. So are you negative?
Yeah, I'm negative.
Do you
But
have
I
a
can
bunch of
only
80k
examine.
planets? Do you have a
I
bunch
can
of
examine
80k
with some
planets?
management.
What's up,
What?
Chuck?
We have an investigation against them, and I need some help. Help with them.
Against us?
Sorry, guys. I accidentally jumped to my one of my scenes, and that might have been the loud scene. So I apologize. This is an investigation against Sim.
Yeah.
Okay, right now we're good. We don't need to stay like way over. Like yeah, we're good. We're right now we're 22 ahead of them, and they're not pumping anything onto it. So just keep an eye on it. If you start hearing the little doom sound, then come back and look at it. Also, if you should have the little quick. Actually, it's not a quick thing. On the bottom left, you should see the little neg 15 and the timer. Just keep an eye on that. If it goes positive, then we need to act. Right now, we have 3 minutes till this is voted down. It's gonna fail. If it's green, then the timer's gonna change. It's gonna say time to pass, and that means they have to get rid of all of our progress on the fail. Like if you look at it right now, our red bar, well, we're just barely in the red now. So if they get more than 22 votes, then all of a sudden it's going to start removing the red from us, and then they still have to fill the green bar all the way up. So that's how this procedure works. The vote will last as long as it takes for us to get and sustain a majority without it going back and forth. The more that we go back and forth, the longer the vote takes. Apollo Python, Dabs and Dubs, and Zimzam Flimflams, welcome guys, how are you? Your name is pink in the on-screen chat. Yes, it is. This game is, read the title, it says above there, it says Star Ruler 2. That's the game. So it is a space game. You control planets, do a lot of trading and stuff like that. Try to level up planets, get more population on them so that they can provide economy and or research and or labor. And that's another thing I need to pay attention to, which planets have labor, which should only be one right now. So that way I can jump to that. And that is actually available and ready. I'm going to go on ahead and build a new carrier. And we're going to populate it with missile boats. Full missile boat. Wow. Okay, it can. Wow, that carrier can have 200 some odd missile boats.
Did I do what I needed for diplomacy?
You what? Diplomacy is good. It's currently, the vote is going to fail, and that's what we want. We do not want them to be able to investigate Namada. If there's a vote up to investigate any of us, we don't want that to happen. And so all we need to do though is all we really need to do is have one more vote than they do. We don't need to win by overwhelming support. as long as the vote is in the whatever direction we want it to be, we don't need to keep spending our cards on it. Something just happened in something else. So there's a new vote now for Zeitgeist Zealotry. I'm kind of uncertain on this. I say you leave most of the Zeitgeist things alone. This allows this works for both of our for everybody's favor. This is all planets automatically would have missile launchers on them. That means we can defend ourselves easier, but that also means when we take on other planets, it makes it harder. Okay, what's it about? Oh, your baby's born. Congratulations, Apollo. That's awesome. So yeah, the name, the pink fits. If you got a girl, that's cool. Yeah, let's see if Twitch has it differently. I guess I don't know. Yeah, your name is Blue on Twitch. Chatty is just being weird. Usually it does try to mimic your color. You might want to reset your color if you didn't purposefully set your color, and that might be it also. Sweet boy, hey, good to see you. But yeah, okay, you got the basic description there. Zemzam, I mean, it's a space trading, and it's a 4X RTS, is what it is. So
A very deep 4X.
yeah, there's a lot to it. So you can design your own ships. It looks kind of weird at first, and you don't know what's going on here, but it's actually really deep with what's happening with these ships. The larger this room is, the more that you're applying to this. So like, this is my railgun room. I've got 2 railgun rooms, so it affects. It's actually one railgun, and the larger the room is, the more DPS you're pumping into it, the more support you're pumping into this railgun room. So more hexes equals more DPS. Same with the thrusters. More hexes equals more thrust. So any system, it's a subsystem is what these are called. So this really just has railguns and thrusters and a crew deck, and it's control crew deck sort of thing. Then we go to a larger ship. This is actually our battleship. There's more things happening here. But what's really important, apparently, is the size right here. We can change them. So this is actually a size 1. It means these hexes are actually like 1 unit each. And so it basically is a multiplier for what these are. So this size 2, while it still has the same number of hexes, 60 interior hexes is the max for any support ship, this is now size 2. So it's going to be twice as large, and the hexes each have twice as much value, and or mass and health, and all of whatever they do it twice as much. So we look at this battleship, this is 200 much.
I thought there was sort of a small curve off. Like
As far as mass and health, it's exactly equivalent. Mass and health is exactly equivalent. I have not looked at every detail on this. I've had this game for 3 days.
I know. I was looking at your.
So beyond that,
when you were doing times 10.
Yeah.
The energy and weapons output was not times 10 each time you went up.
Sure. There's probably going to be some fluctuation. Let's go ahead and duplicate this real quick. So we're going to say now this is Gunship Mark 1. We're going to say okay, DPS. This is the ship total DPS, 0.70. Total health 29. Let's actually. I'm gonna write this stuff down. If I have a pen anywhere. God, my kid steals all my pens. Oh, I got a box of them. Ka-ching. So, we're going to say HP is 29, DPS 0.70, supply use. Supply use is 1.02. Acceleration. That's assuredly going to change. Well, it may not. It's thrust to weight. We'll see how that works. You're going to increase the mass, but you're going to increase the thrust, but maybe not. 4.6. Control is 4 of 12. Not sure how that works.
Hey, I have all the planets on my cluster, or one planet in every star in my cluster.
Really? You're doing kick-ass there. I'm really slow going on this.
Don't ask me.
I'm thinking I'm just having beginner's luck.
No, I mean, well, we're all they're not going to attack us. It just sounds simple enough. Yes, maybe, but it's. So let's see. If we go let's just go straight up ×2 here first. And so that went 58 on the total health. So that's a straight 2 times. 1.39 from 0.70. Yeah, because it was probably a round up on that. So that's still right in line with 2 times. Combat supply use 2.03. Right in line there. You gotta keep in mind that all of these things were probably rounded in that first value anyways. So that it may not seem like it's exactly there, but it actually is exactly 2 times. Acceleration remained the same, control remained the same. So that's cool. Now let's see ×10. 290, that's exactly ×10. Damage per second is now 6.92. So now we have a better idea of what that rounding was. So yes, that's still right on track. It was always 0.692, but it rounded to 0.7. And if we actually let's bring that up at 1 more so we can get a better idea of that rounding, because I bet you, I don't know, it's weird that it should round differently there. But yeah, there's 2900, 656. So DPS is slowly moving down, but not much. We do lose some in that. It's not actually a straight up, but combat supply use staying the same. Well, it's multiplying by 10. So you're using more supply faster. So that means whatever you actually don't store supply on your actual support ship. You store it on your flagship. So you got to make sure that if you're gonna have larger ships like this, you need to be able to have, basically they're going to be going on a flagship that doesn't really do much attacking, that needs to handle supply. So you're going to have to balance it out there. Now, 100 supply is not exorbitant. But yeah, that's the gist of that. I was gonna do something else here. I guess that's done.